Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. I'm super excited to finally bring you content on the Twisted League. This is something that I have been waiting for a long time. I am extremely excited to finally have an opportunity to have a fresh high scores and a fresh sort of start at RuneScape and at a certain game mode. If you don't know what the Twisted Leagues are, it's all over the wiki. You can go ahead and read about it. It's a Zaya-locked Iron Man with certain milestones and competitions and relics and all sorts of different buffs and strategy, etc., etc. Really, really, really awesome. It's so much fun. So this is the first progress video that I'm making, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I am also AFK woodcutting in the background. Posted is the reveals for the relics sheets. Now, I am not exactly doing this relic strategy. I am actually going Dark Altar Devotion, so it's a very late game strategy, but my strategy, I want to try for my goal for this, I want to try to max the account. It's going to be exceptionally hard. I hope to God that we can do it. I hope I don't have to get distracted with too many things like school and work. I really want to go hard for this. It's a goal that I have. It's a goal that I kind of set out and planned for a couple weeks in advance. This is the allegedly most optimum relics unlocking path. I disagree with it a little bit. I might go with Eye of the Artisan. All of those skills, construction, smithing, fletching not so much, but construction, smithing, cooking, you have, what else do you have up there? Herb lore, crafting, all of these skills that require tons of collection, I think they might be better. Also, I might not go with the final perk, the one up top there that says you have slightly faster attack speed. I might be going with double XP in every single skill at the bottom right. I think that might wind up being a more beneficial choice, especially when you get into the nitty-gritty, and with agility being the hugely difficult skill that it's going to be for this Twisted League. There's not a doubt in my mind that agility is going to be the absolutely most difficult thing to level up. There's only two methods to level it up. Method number one, you 3-tick, or, well, you just barbarian fish. Method number two, you hop the pillars in Wintertot, which can only be done when there are no Wintertot games going on. So it's one hell of a strategy. My strategy is revolving around getting that early agility, getting to that barbarian fishing. So, in the footage, you can see here I am really, really, really struggling to find a plow. I don't have the endless endurance, so I'm thinking I need strange fruits, and I need strange fruits as quickly as possible. However, as you can see, a plow is just not very realistic. There's some footage later where I finally managed to get myself a plow. I actually gave the guy a bond on 07 and paid to make it tradable for his Iron Man. I gave the guy on his alt, I used a bond on him, and thank God he was an honorable man. He gave me the plow after that, so we did wind up getting some of the Zaya favor, but in this clip, you can see the plow is just not happening. I have some basic thieving levels that I went ahead and got just on the man or woman NPC on the way over here to Hosidius. And then I decide, well, you know, the strategy, no matter what strategy you have, you need to bank some cakes. On a starting Iron Man, no matter what your location restrictions are, no matter what your starting strategy is, you do need starting cakes. So I'm just like, okay, well, screw it. We'll go bank some cakes. So I wound up banking plenty of cakes, and we just got a clue scroll here, and I'm fletching these logs. Hold on one second. Let me read the clue scroll step. It's a coordinate clue. Ooh, Moonlight still has that. I wonder if Jagex doesn't like that, but let me reset fletching and let me go back. So, right, so here we see I'm just gathering and banking a hell of a lot of cakes. Now, I eventually get the level very quickly. It's only level 25. I get the level to go ahead and bank, or not to go ahead and bank, to go ahead and use thieving at the fruit stall, but you need that favor. So in just a couple minutes here, we're going to be looking at some footage where I finally get on the plow. And I am so excited to get on this plow. I'm like a kid at the candy store when I finally get the favor from getting on this plow. And it's so useful. You get basic farming levels, and you wind up getting some crafting levels too. I mean, it's great. It's absolutely great for like very early, low-level games per se. It requires no you can do it from one farming and one crafting. All you need is a hammer, and I brought the chisel just in case, because I shouldn't need it, but just if I do, because you know, admittedly I haven't been, you know, I don't hang out on Zaya all the time on 07, so I finally managed to get on the plow in this footage, and it is just great. Actually, from the footage before, and you have to watch the live stream for this reason, from the footage before, I was on a plow, and something happened. It was the corner plow. It was the plow that is farthest away from the center. And something weird happens with the pathing at that location. Once you reach the final end of the field that you're plowing, if you just one-click the square that you want to go, your character runs in like the most ridiculous and bizarre fashion. So I lost my plow at first, and man, oh god, that was just so heartbreaking when I lost that plow. So here you see the clips finally. I finally got on the plow. You see my live stream in the background on my Streamlabs OBS, and I am just so happy to be on this plow. You can see some favors starting to accumulate. I finally got on the plow. Now, a lot of streamers, or apparently some streamers, were doing this. I did not coordinate my plan with anybody. I did not have any sort of help or strategy or conversations about this. I had one talk where I was sharing everything with my friend. Nobody really shared information with me regarding this. So my strategy for Hosidius favor, it is 100% Hosidius favor. I think the benefits of Hosidius in total, here you can see Rick Turpentine appeared. I actually wanted to talk to him, but I did not want to give up the plow, so I tried to like one-tick talk to him. I tried to like click space and go, but it just didn't work, and I decided not to lose the plow, because the plow is just so important. As ridiculous as it is, like, you're looking for a plow. If you don't get a plow, you don't get Hosidius favor, and it's it was so funny in person. I mean, it's funny as hell right now, but it was hilarious on the live stream. I mean, it was so funny. Anyway, as I was saying, the strategy is to go straight to 100% Hosidius house favor, because I think Hosidius house favor is probably one of the best Zaya houses for its cumulative benefits at 100%. Every house is going to be important. You're going to need 100% house favor in every single house. Don't get me wrong at all. But I think that Hosidius, for its early game benefits, is very important. I wanted to get on that fruit stall immediately, and I eventually wound up doing that. Strange fruits and super compostable fruits were banked. You also unlock the woodcutting guild, you unlock the farming guild, you unlock, what the hell else is it that you unlock? You unlock the cooking at the mess. There's a lot of stuff that you unlock, and that is what we did. So here in this footage you can see I finally have my favor, and it's at 45%. I stopped at 45% because stopping at 15, I think it would just be way too much of a logistical challenge for an Iron Man in the early game with very few coins to go ahead and buy, you know, however many buckets it is to gain your favor, however many couple hundred buckets it is, and then you have to go get the saltpeter, and then you have to go make the fertilizer compound. So you can see right here, I went to full 45. I'm banking all of the super compostable fruits as well as the strange fruits. Those are going to be my energy potions until I have Haralanders and chocolate dust. Hold on one second, I have to type a message to a friend. Hey man, how are you? Recording voiceover for first progress video. There we go. I'm not going to be playing much Apex. Twisted Leagues are my focus. Okay, that was just a friend who plays, coincidentally, RuneScape as well as Apex Legends at the same time. I play a lot of Apex Legends too, again, on the live stream. I don't make any videos for that. But anyway, back to what I was saying, so here we're thieving all of our super compostable fruits as well as the strange fruits because we don't have the endless endurance. A lot of people took endless endurance. I genuinely believe once I get that agility level busted out, that endless endurance is a little bit overrated. The efficiency can be made up by a skill that's required for the total level anyway. So here you see just some milestone stuff coming in. This is thieving, some more thieving. We are definitely going to 64 thieving regardless of anything that happens, but here we're just thieving the Master Farmer. We managed to get some seeds, and you can see the stats are posted. This is a couple of hours in. Nothing much too exciting. There's the level, there's the milestone, and we're just getting basic seeds for our first farming runs. And of course, more milestones, more levels. I'm sure you hear the computer alerting me that my character has stopped his action in Windows. I will say, I think maybe I was wrong doing as much of the Master Farmer as I did. I think, especially because I chose the relic path that lets me choose my own farming contract / slayer tasks, I think that thieving at the Master Farmer is actually incorrect. Although at the time, I wasn't really thinking about the relic. So that's something that I might have changed. Here in this footage, we see I'm actually doing the first farming run on the account. And I screwed it up. I used regular compostable foodstuffs from the stall. I thought strawberries were a super compostable item, and they're just regular compost, so small mistake. Not really that bad of a mistake, in my opinion. This patch is disease-free once you reach... Oh, that's another Hosidius House benefit. This patch actually becomes entirely disease-free once you reach 50%. And at 45%, it was during the same farm run that I actually went to the mess hall and just, boop, 100% for the favor there. So there is no disease, so really the only benefit to super compost versus compost is the XP drop, slightly higher, as well as the yield, slightly higher. For most of these, it's going to be like 1 or 2 more plants for the allotment, 1 more herb for the herb patch, so not really the biggest mistake there using regularly compostable strawberries for the first super compost run. And you can see I'm just talking to the farmer. Yes, please, sell me the items, great prices. My friend is messaging me here. This is a little embarrassing. He's literally messaging me and I have to stop my voiceover to respond. My YouTube is Alexander. Twisted Leaves are Isaiah only Iron Man with buffs. It's a competition. Yeah, so my friend has actually been gone for a long time. He said he was had some sort of temporary job and he's just finally been finished with that. So I'm not sure if you can hear all the wood cutting that I'm doing. I am still blasting through XP as I do this voiceover. If the editing seems rushed, by all means, it is rushed. It is absolutely rushed, so don't hold my feet to the fire with respect to editing and the voiceover and stuff like that. It's definitely rushed. I'm playing Twisted Game in the background. Hold on. There are rewards that transfer into the normal game. I think I'm gonna have to turn my chat off because I don't want to be an asshole to my friend. Alright, so as you can see right here, we have done the quest. Now, I go ahead and I throw the lamps strictly in... Ooh, my god! I just got an acorn out of the bird's nest. Oh my goodness gracious, that is huge. I don't have footage for that. It's not going to be from the stream or anything. Wow, I can't believe it. I just got, currently, not at the time of the video, not related to this woodcutting clip, but currently I just got an acorn, and I am very excited to see that. Lots of farming XP from that, I'm sure. Probably like, what? Probably like 1,500, 2,000 farming XP from the oak tree. So now we're back. You see some emeralds. I did some basic woodcutting and fletching. Now, originally my strategy was going to be to go straight using the bronze axe straight to the woodcutting level and 61 fletching. Now, obviously, this took a hell of a lot of time. I was like, you know what? I want to get 61 fletching. But suddenly, and I knew about this, I didn't really care too much for it. I thought with the boosted XP rate I could outscale the benefits of this certain item that we're about to name, but a certain streamer who had a certain booming career, if you know who I'm referring to, he actually had himself a steel woodcutting hatchet. And I was like, wow, okay, so I thought about this, I didn't really think it was important, but I saw that it would take me only an hour or so at most to get this item, and I was like, okay, you know what, because this is slow. I mean, look at the footage right here, we're woodcutting, and it is just so slow. The steel axe is all the difference. So as I'm figuring this out, I'm doing some fletching. I have some arrow shafts. I'm cutting some bows. I'm just like, you know what? Let's look into some basic mining. I think for the hour or so that it takes off, it'll certainly save us. It'll certainly save us a lot of time on the actual woodcut grind, and it is. Just a report from the current content that I'm doing, AFK cutting and fletching while I am editing this video, it is saving a whole lot of time. So it's a really good investment that I wind up making, and I start to figure this out the moment that I go try to cut oak trees, and oak trees are just not worth it. So I'm like, okay, well, with a steel axe we'll make oak trees worth it, which is exactly what I have to do. So, look at all this. Look at this absolute chaos. Absolute chaos in the mine. I actually kicked some clay. I clicked on the clay rock just to get an XP drop while I'm waiting for some tin to open up, and I'm just not, I can't even mine the clay. I'm level 1 mining, or level 2, whatever it is, and I'm just like, okay, you know what, this is a little dumb. My thought process is if I can mine some clay quickly enough, I might outscale somebody with level 3 mining, because I'll have level 6 mining. Because we all know, back when we were like 5 or 6 years old, back when we were in Varrock East Mine, like, our thought processes were, okay, I just need to beat this guy. If I have, you know, this tiny little advantage, like, if I have a steel pickaxe and he has a bronze pickaxe, I'm gonna get the ore like 9 out of 10 times. Like, you know how you were thinking back when you were like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old and you were playing this game. So that's the thought process behind trying to trying to click on that clay rock for an XP drop, but I very quickly decide it is just absolutely not worth it. It's so stupid. I just need to fight for the copper and tin like everybody else. There is going to be no magical outscaling of anybody, so so that's exactly what I do here. And you can see it. I mean, it is just crazy. I mean, the amount of people, every single world is just packed with people. This is day 1, this is the release. Right now, currently, as I'm doing the voiceover, the worlds have settled down a little bit, but I'm sure that's because everyone just busted out minimum 12 hours, maximum 24 hours of straight gameplay, and I have a feeling most people are recovering from that, while I am here just slowly AFKing and doing my voiceover and video editing. So it's it's fun. It's fun. It really is a lot of fun. It does bring me back to the times of being a child, being 6 or 7 years old, and fighting with people in the Varrock East mines. This is my iron rock. No, this is my iron rock. You want to go into the wildy? Like, it reminds me of that, and it's just, I mean, I have such a smile on my face. I mean, this really was awesome content, as early game and strange as it is. It really was awesome content. In this footage, I got lucky enough to receive the evil Bob fishing island thing, and I was just super excited because this gives you an XP drop. You see your random events, your lamps, your quest lamps, all that stuff gives you the multiplied XP amount as well. So I was super excited when I saw this. Again, on live stream, I let out a nice, like, yes! Like, I was happy, like, this is a lot of XP, and this is a lot of shrimp catching that doesn't have to be done. So this shaved off, like, in the world of catching shrimp to level 20 fishing, this actually did shave off, like, 20 to 30, I'd say, like, 20 minutes of shrimp catching. Shrimp catching is not fun. Even on Deadman XP rates, like, shrimp catching is not fun. So 17 fishing came in, and I was super stoked with 17 fishing. I was like, yes, that is excellent. So there's a big-ass XP drop, 3,100 and what is it? 3250. That's what it was. So after mining in the, I don't even know if it's called the Hosidius mine or, you know what mine I'm talking about, just west of the Tithe farm. I think we'll call it the Hosidius mine, because Hosidius as a house is actually huge. Absolutely huge. But after we were done there, I decided that I would try the Lovaken mine, and same situation. It was packed. I mean, packed. Every single iron ore, I was fighting 2 or 3 people. I mean, it was just packed to the brim. It was crazy. It was insane. There were so many people there. It was just bronze pickaxes for life, bro. And you did see right there, we see a steel pickaxe. I was hopping worlds. I was just like, please let me get some iron ore and get out of here. I just want a steel axe. Don't really care for whatever level I'm going to have just yet. So, yeah, you can see. And eventually I was like, alright, well, at least I can go to a coal rock without having to fight people. And that's exactly what I did. I said, at least I can go to a coal rock, and I'm going to this coal rock, and I can just take my time, and I can guarantee myself a piece of coal. Because, you know, for a steel bar, you do need 2 pieces of coal. So we managed to get ourselves 2 pieces of coal. So exciting. Ah, how nice. 1 milestone out of the way. How great is that? So, just endless content and gains. This is, you know, in the video it's 22 minutes. This is after like 10 plus hours. So the strategy that I'm going with, steel axe, 61 fletching, 3 tick using a mahogany log, and 64 thieving just to unlock the chests for later, while stockpiling strange fruits currently. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Alrighty guys, and just for the end of the video, you can see here I've done most of my smithing levels, and then I just go back and do some simple thieving. I decide to just do another farm run as well, so farm runs are something that I've been doing on the regular pretty religiously every time they're available, starting to stockpile very basic herbs for mostly attack strength and energy potions. And in this footage you can see I'm checking where the Tithe Farm level begins, where that level milestone is, and I'm always sure to cycle through my super compost. I'm stockpiling a whole lot of super compost, and messaging a buddy here. He's telling me how the Tithe Farm is unbelievably overpowered. He's telling me that as far as the league points specifically in the relic system, the Tithe Farm really does catapult you ahead. So I'm not going to adjust my strategy. I'm still going for the first to 99 fishing with a high agility level. I'm not switching up on the strategy. Tithe Farm is definitely something that I had thought about and considered and really wanted to do before Twisted Leaves were actually released. It was something that I thought about in my strategy. But as far as farming, I'm happy to just do farm runs for now. And, I will visit the Tithe Farm, I think, once I'm in that middling level sort of range. Once I'm in, like, the 50s and 60s and looking to really just explode my farming level, unlock that third tier of the Farming Guild, plus the hard contracts, I think that's the time when I will certainly be going to the Tithe Farm. Anyway, until then, you see just simple footage right here. I just decided to go back. More strange fruits, always a good thing. More compostable fruits, always a good thing. Or super compostable fruits, I should say. Because every fruit is technically a regularly compostable fruit. And this is really where the footage ends. So you'll see the outro. It shows the stats. That's in about another 1 minute or so. You can see I'm just chilling here, getting the fruits. I'm not, at this point in the footage, I'm not yet done entirely with 64 thieving, so I do go ahead and finish up 64 thieving, and at that point I've met all my milestones. So remember, as far as my progress video, I played the first day only 12 hours compared to a lot of streamers out there who did 24. I have hidden benefits like Hosidius Favor maxed out at 100% that I'm sure quite a few players don't have, although I'm sure those who played a full 24 definitely, would have that. And I have a lot of base levels, particularly that steel axe and my woodcutting, cooking, thieving. I have a lot of things unlocked that I'll be able to use in the very short future. So until then, guys, I'm going to just leave you with the footage, leave you with the music, and then you'll see the stats in the outro. And I do thank everyone who's been watching. So there it is, we just got our steel axe. Huge milestone for the very, very infancy of the account. I am exhausted, folks. I am gonna go ahead and get out of here. I am so tired, I'm going to sleep. 8:30 p.m. and I'm going to sleep, you better believe it. Exam tomorrow morning, so I have to wake up nice and early for that. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to do thieving, buy a bunch of feathers, 61 fletching, and then start the 3-ticking process. So until then, I will see you guys tomorrow, and I thank everyone who is watching.